The European Union is doing a digital crackdown. That's right. I like talking about business right here on this channel. And today we're going to be delving into the tech world because the EU is cracking down on giants like Apple, Amazon, Meta. But here is the twist. We're going to explore how these moves could send ripple effects all the way to your local small business. See? Plot twist. Stay with us because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand how the EU's actions affect the tech giants, but you'll also discover the potential impact on small businesses and what steps they or you can take to thrive in this shifting landscape. Let's get it.
Listen, ShySpeaks, 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 ShySpeaks.
Now, before we dive all the way in, let me give you some context. The European Union has set its sights on regulating the tech giants, aiming to level the playing field and protect user data. But what does this mean? Like, what does this mean to your favorite neighborhood coffee shop or a boutique store, right? Well, we're going to explore this topic and we'll uncover whether these regulations could create opportunities for small businesses or pose new challenges. What role will innovation and adaptation play in this digital transformation? Like, just stick around and I have some answers for you. First, let's understand what the EU is doing. They're tightening the reins on big tech, focusing on competition, data privacy, and content regulation. These changes are meant to ensure fairness and to protect consumers. Now, I want to actually show you a video to give you some context about what actually is really and truly going on. Let's pull that up here momentarily.
Like Facebook, Apple's App Store, Google services, and Amazon will be subject to a new set of rules. Now, these rules cover everything from content moderation to user privacy to transparency in operations. The DSA mandates a range of obligations initially applied to 19 major online platforms with over 45 million users in the EU. But come with it, no platform, large or small, will be exempt. Violators face substantial fines of up to 6% of their global turnover. Repeat offences could result in being barred from European operations entirely. Most companies have referred to public posts on the matter, while others remain silent. Notably, Amazon and Zalando are challenging their inclusion under the DSA's umbrella. Legal battles are underway, questioning the regulatory boundaries.
I'm sorry, that's something I like. I like actually listening to the videos on super speed because I want to get through them. But the truth of the matter is, one of the things she said is that notice that this is going to affect businesses big and small. So let's zoom in on the potential impact on small business. The crackdown could level the advertising playing field, making it easier for local businesses to reach their target audiences, right? So with stricter regulations on tech giants, that promotes fair competition. When large companies face limitations on their advertising practices and data usages, it opens up for smaller businesses to compete in a more level playing field. Local businesses can now vie for consumer attention without being overshadowed by massive advertising budgets. That is a good thing. That's a good thing for the small businesses. Also, this enhanced data privacy, right? So the EU's focus on data privacy can work in the favor of local businesses. The more stringent rules governing the big tech giants on user data and consumer information, it can become more it causes the consumers to become more discerning, and they start realizing that they don't want to start sharing as much information because now they realize what's going on. That shift could lead to a preference for smaller, trusted local business. That then prioritizes like data security and transparency in a better way than the big people can do, right? Or the bigger companies, rather. There are no big people, it's just larger companies by the scale of metrics, right? But basically what I'm saying is by these tight regulations, small businesses will be able to establish, relationships with customers. Small businesses already have the opportunity to establish relationships with customers on a more interpersonal level, which builds trust. And so you're going to actually be able to find people in person, not having to sift for them through these digital and probably what will be outlawed practices pretty soon. You don't have to do that. You actually have a way of going directly to your person. as a small business, you will now have an advantage, right? And so that's really a cool thing. Now, I want to give a bit actual bonus topic. This is something that I didn't want to throw in there, but as I was listening to the video, one of the things she talked about was the different regulations and how those change, and ultimately, this could lead to new small businesses, new small companies, especially if you're a company who is tech inspired, if you're inspired by developing some type of innovative technology or solutions or apps or platforms. When these new regulations come into place, it creates a gap and a new need for the consumer to be able to protect themselves. Maybe the consumer is going to need something. There's something to block this or support that, or maybe there's something that the companies are going to need. You could be the one to innovate and create that company, and the bigger companies have to buy it from you or the government or something like that. So there's an opportunity. There's always room when there's a new law. Let's say, for example, before, when cars previously existed, there was just no seatbelts allowed. But then at some point, seatbelts became the law. So now the person who was not actually in business decided to create the seatbelt. Like, you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, think about what's going on with the EU's digital crackdown, see how it can actually be beneficial for you, right? It can be beneficial for you as a small business. It might level the playing field for you advertising wise, or, you might be able to develop a company. As I wrap up this video, I want you to remember that change is constant, and small businesses have resilience. Small businesses who have resilience and are able to adapt and grow have an advantage. So by staying informed and embracing innovation, seizing opportunities, you can navigate a digital landscape and continue to be at the heartbeat of your community, the community that you're serving with your small business. If you're a small business owner, I want you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video. I said don't forget to like this video if you enjoy small business insights just like this one. Without further ado, I want you to see you in the next video.
Listen, ShySpeaks, 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 ShySpeaks.